Hey everyone, this is the Village Man wrapping up session 14 of the Ancient War Reborn. I'm your DM JVD.
And I am Evan the Great of the Villains the Man. I'm playing Luda Silverstring, the Elven Bard, who is wanting to find out what the hell is this fire elemental and the history behind it.
I'm the Bearded Wanderer with the Villains the Man, and I'm playing Vesper Nord, the Moon Elf.
I am Smiley, playing Order the White Hammer, and I'll play Green and Pass.
And I'm Wes, playing Roland Isles.
Alright, the dice says between Luda and Roland. Roland gives give me a recap on what we just went through.
Well, we went to a meeting that was very unhelpful. We got a little bit of information, but everybody's squabbling. Nobody can really agree on anything. No progress is going to be made that way. After the meeting, we went to a private room and had a meeting with Sir Estevar, the Purple Dragon Knight.
That's the ball.
Esteval. And then we, after we had a long discussion with him and Leosin about the situation, learned a little bit about, what's going on and everything that they basically wouldn't talk about in the meeting because everybody's fixated on giants. We decided, once we got all the information there, we just move on and do what we got to do. Found out that our next mission is going to take place in Goldfields.
Goldenfields is where you're going to be
Goldenfields.
stationed at.
And we'll be leaving in 4 days.
Alright, so, kind of give a little recap of what you guys wanted to do. Vesper, you're just basically waiting around in this library. You're waiting for Augustier, right?
Yeah.
With the 4 days that you're waiting for, she will return with Grizzly. So, she's a bit upset at what had happened, but it's very understandable, though. I mean, you had no control over, what had happened.
Right.
Grizzly's very glad to see you guys.
Was he met with cheese?
He was met with cheese. Curd was very happy. Even now that he realized that you understand him, he's like, thank you for cheese. Cheese is good.
You're very welcome.
I'll go ahead and give her new chainmail that I bought her,
All right.
and that brings her AC up to a 19.
And your cloak is done by now that you wanted.
Okay, cool. I'll go pick that up, and then I'll take Grizzly and Augustia to a very fine restaurant.
Oh, you have the money for that?
Yeah, I got plenty.
How much you looking to spend on a fine restaurant?
We're gonna spend
Drop 100 now.
25, 30 gold.
That's actually pretty expensive, so. All right.
Just rip the post out
Only
for
like
mine.
15 gold in the book for a banquet.
Yeah.
So,
You're gonna banquet all out.
So, you guys had this little tryst going on in Nightstone. Does this happen anytime soon?
I mean, this is just.
Or is that just like a
This is
one-time
just like,
thing?
yeah, it's like a one-time thing.
Is it
This is
college,
just,
one time?
I'm taking Grizzly out for some fine food because, he helped Augustier get back here. and all
Okay,
that.
because he's a guy,
Yeah.
and I'm just thinking, because he's like looking forward to it,
Right.
so I don't know how you're going to break that down to him.
I mean, while we're eating or whatever, I just be like, it happened, Grizzly, but, nothing personal. We like you, but.
He'll be in there.
I mean, you're just giving him the signs like, hey, this isn't happening anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
He prefers carpet.
And I'll go ahead and give Grizzly,
Do you prefer short drapes or long drapes?
short.
Hey, just making sure.
I'll go ahead and give Grizzly a couple gold for bringing Augustier.
So,
Show my appreciation.
he's saying if he can go to, if you guys are going to Greenfields, he's accompanying you. That's on the way to Tribor. So he will branch off from you guys because that's on his way.
Okay.
So you guys are just staying with him for a little bit longer now.
Cool.
You might want to let him know Tribor got attacked by fire giants.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if he mentions Tribor, I will bring that up.
Do you? He will leave immediately. He will not travel with you guys. He is willing to get there as quick as possible if you give him that information.
I'll give it to him.
I'm going to give Grizzly my repeating crossbow.
All right.
May they give you safe travels.
He hopes that he will meet with you guys in the future.
Can't wait.
As do I.
Okay. Or you're wanting to work on this gauntlet. Care to tell everybody what this is?
It is a steel gauntlet that has an arcane focus. It has a ring. You know how you talk about focus crystals being like powers? It basically has those on a ring around it that charges my spells. And on the back is a blank scroll etched onto it, which is the symbol of my god.
So you're Iron Man.
Iron Dwarf.
It actually is to channel my spells into my gun.
Oh, okay.
The crystals are focused together.
Getting complicated.
Interesting.
So we'll say in 4 days you get that finished. Roland and Luda, you went to the multiple libraries that you found that are in Waterdeep, looking for information on this primordial. Roland, you were looking for these maybe information on what these fire giants are digging up. To get to that, no, you will not find nothing. There is no information on fire giant relics around here. You might find information on old fire giant settlements. I mean, that is kept in records. Like, hey, there's fire giants here, you know, where they've attacked, where they rooted out.
Do they match up at all with any of the information of...
Nothing matches up based on what you pull up for the map. None of it does. Luda, you look up information on this primordial. You don't find a lot of history, but the recent history you get there, this thing is called Megara the Dawn Titan. It's a powerful elemental that has been trapped in the forges of Goldenfields for millennia. About 50 years ago, Megara briefly escaped and triggered the eruption of Mount Hono. Lava from the volcano flowed towards the coast, laying waste to Neverwinter. Maybe now you understand why Lord Neverember is so bitchy about things, and when Vesper flipped the green dragon scale, and he was just like, that's nothing to what I've been through. Neverember is an older man, so you've kind of gathered this probably happened when he was a child.
So Megara Titan?
Megara the Dawn Titan is what it's called. It's a powerful elemental.
I never want to signal right.
And it's now trapped underneath this?
It's
Or-
been trapped in these forges where Gauntlegrim is forever.
And it tried to melt this thing on purpose back in the day.
No, it escaped and it triggered the eruption of a volcano.
That was it
Oh,
stretching
okay.
from waking up.
Yes,
Like that?
basically. Yeah.
Just let what happened the coastline.
And then it somehow was ended up trapped back in the in Gauntlegrim. The city is still rebuilding from the wake of the catastrophe. Here, 50 years later, it covered that city in ash and volcanic rock.
Wow.
Yes. Go ask your Dritzu and he'll tell you about it.
But
Share
the
that
Titan.
information.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, all
This
this
time,
talk
like,
from all the subjects for
Huh?
ones, like you start
City.
researching and
Yeah.
learning the language primordial.
It's like
Oh.
organic glass.
Each elemental has its own language.
How old is Nightstone?
They have a common one.
How old is Nightstone? I don't know if it says exactly how old Nightstone is in here. If you'll give me a couple of moments, I will tell you.
Well, what I'm thinking is that obsidian shard that was in the middle may have been there, or may have come from that eruption.
No, you would no, that did not come from
Okay,
that
you know what
eruption.
happened?
That Nightstone, okay, if that thing erupted, it literally would through that shard like damn near 800 miles. No.
It came from space.
Well, I mean, if it was powerful enough to throw it up that high, it could have made it all the way across the world.
No, I mean that's Superman's ship. That's what they found.
It's possible.
It's actually kryptonite. It wouldn't.
But no, if that answers your question, no, it did not come during that time.
Or from intrigue.
They're gonna Draco lit Superman.
So, that is the information you guys find out.
Shinron films.
Nothing that leads you to what maybe these fire giants are digging up, but you do find out a little of this primordial that's trapped in Gauntlet Ground.
I'll let the guys know if that is where they're going, and they release this fire elemental, we're with time.
It's happened what's before.
Now with all this other shit with it,
It's very true.
that's not gonna try to stop it.
Good news, man, the primordial will kill the giants or the dragons or whatever one of them.
You might.
Alright, so this will take place in the 4 days before you're going to head out. Is there anything else you guys want to do, feel the need to do before we head to the Goldenfields?
Gather supplies basically is all, you know.
I want to talk to her.
Got the bargaining for
Boosty, though,
Tiberius.
Uh-huh.
and see if I want to tell her about everything that's been going on, all the attacks
Mm-hmm.
and everything, and tell her that it's going to be very dangerous from here on out. If she wants to go, I won't stop her. If
Oh,
that's
she's
what
going.
she wants to do. But I also tell her
She
that
tells you,
if-
you left me once, I'm not letting you leave me again.
I would just tell her, I mean, if she wants to stay here, wait for us to finish this and then come back for her, I can set her up. But I said, I want her to come with me, but I don't want her to feel like she has to put her life in danger.
She tells you, what do you know about farming?
Nothing.
Yeah, but
Then I'm more useful to that place than any of you four.
That's true.
The only thing I know is what
Fair
answer is
enough.
that to complain about it back
I
at
mean, so she's farm girl. So, I mean, this is perfect for her. Okay, gathered up some supplies. You gonna buy this armor you've been wanting while you're here?
I don't have enough for it.
Okay, how much do you have?
400.
How much is the armor?
750.
Leosin will gather the gold that you need between the Harper and the New Orleans Gauntlet, and they'll get you the armor.
Oh.
How much is a falcon?
The carry?
Huh?
The carry, like to keep with you at all times?
I was gonna buy one for Roland before we leave.
Oh, because you don't know what happened to this?
Oh, what happened to his?
Well, maybe what it is in the book. I mean,
I don't. I was looking for it in here, but I didn't see it.
okay. I don't have a problem with Roland having a falcon, but here's the thing. You're going to keep up with this falcon, and I'm going to treat it just like Orbustier.
He's going to try to kill
I'm
it.
not asking for the
Give me a
Falcon. If he buys the Falcon, that's on him.
he's gonna bend it over.
Give me the book, not your papers.
Falcon fucker.
That's possible. I mean, I'm not saying.
He'll be talking to the falcon. Him and the falcon will be over there.
How much gold do you have?
I got 229 gold. I got 600. I got 600. That'd be nice.
Okay.
I got 66 platinum pieces.
Okay, mounts and other animals.
Birds and the bees.
Okay, a camel is 50 gold pieces.
Right.
A donkey's 8. An elephant is...
How about rolling the elephant? It'd be like a little baby right there.
I would have.
Okay, let's just say, are you wanting this just for, let's just say, character flavor, or actually you want the falcon to like fight in combat?
I mean, I'm just getting it for Roland.
But what I'm asking, that's what I'm
I know he
asking.
loves
Are you wanting a falcon trained for combat, or just a falcon that's like a pet?
More like a falcon trained for like hunting.
That's what I was thinking.
That's what I was-
Probably be the
okay.
one that would hunt the rabbits.
Not really combat, but just hunting. You know, like something like that.
Grab the squirrels and bunnies. Give them advantage of survival checks.
Let's say a trained falcon for something like that costs you about 75 gold pieces. A war horse is 400.
75 gold pieces. Okay,
That's
he's
a-
a falcon.
Okay, I'm just kind of
I
going
mean,
by stuff because
yeah,
a
that's
trained
cool.
horse
That's
for
cool.
war
I
is
understand.
400 gold
I
pieces.
understand. So I don't even tell Roland this, but I'm like, I'm gonna go get him a falcon. I go and I'm looking at him and I'm like, you know what? He ain't getting a fucking falcon.
I
He comes back with a gerbil.
mean, I don't think just a regular riding horse is 75 gold
Right.
pieces.
Well, see, that's fine because
Trained animals are not
it makes
cheap.
sense that I'm just going around shopping and I'm like, I'm gonna buy him this. No,
No,
I'm not gonna buy him that.
Are you going to buy some horses for you and Orbustier?
Some horsemen.
No, you're supplied with horses that go there.
That was good.
So, Anything else you need before you head to the Goldenfields?
I'm good, unless somebody else needs something.
I would imagine that the only time I left the forge was to go to the tavern. Maybe sleep some.
Right.
Necators downtown.
You guys are pointed, off towards the, you say that would be east gate of Waterdeep. You got a pretty good crew of people that are going. There's about 50 all together that's going.
We're another damn caravan.
Who are we going to
Caravan?
report to?
You will find that information when you get there. I can't tell you. Everything's split to 3 shifts. Like, you can buy a room at the end, or you can literally stay in the bunk that's assigned to you in the tower. He's like, I don't even know if you'll be assigned in a tower. You might be assigned to tend to a certain field. He's like, I can't tell you. I've never been to Goldenfields, but I know that's where we're wanting you guys to go.
We're gonna have to farm.
You might have to, you might not. He was like, people leave the Goldenfields all the time. It's voluntary work. That's how the people of Waterdeep is fed. He said, so like literally when you go there, I mean, your room and board is free as long as you're doing your duty. He's like, I feel that with as much trouble as you guys have had, it was like to keep you out of sight in Waterdeep, it would be easier for you to watch your backs here. Because here, there's nowhere near as many people as there is in Waterdeep. It's not crowded. You're going to see a dagger coming from behind. He was like,
Why did I have to fit it in?
Not
It's
to
not
mention
going to be this.
the
Be attacked by another
would have a
dragon.
hole there in Waterdeep somewhere.
he was like, if so, I'd much rather have you guys there than.
No, let's save that in a grave.
I mean, I trust you guys here to defend this place just in case.
Well, what I can tell, it kind of follows us.
Well, you only have one dragon.
But trouble follows us.
Yeah.
Trouble does follow you. He's like, but here's the thing. I mean, right now, trouble's everywhere. I mean, like I said, you look at what was happening around the towns of Waterdeep, what was happening literally up the coast north of Waterdeep, and then what is happening to the far east of Waterdeep. I mean, there are giants everywhere. He's like, so I mean, I'm sorry we have to go leads to the court. He's like, but I promise you, as soon as we do, he's like, I will send word for you to come back. So, there's about a group of 50 of you. Not everybody here are warriors. Not everybody here are adventurers. You do have people that are being sent here for work. Their towns have been sacked by either giants in the north. That's where most of them are coming from. And, these people you can tell are very distraught by what's happened to them. Some of them are loners. They've lost everything. I mean, literally, they're just the only survivors of their family. They might be the only survivor of just a couple blocks in the towns they were in. Some of these guys are warriors. Some of these guys are looking just for work on the wall. I mean, there's a good mixture of people here heading towards Greenfield. Goldenfields, you guys are from Greenfields and the
We're the
Greenfields.
Greenfields Company. That's not sure.
Right. So, on your way to Goldenfields, I mean, you don't have to make friends, but there's people, some people are nice enough to ask, hey, where you from? Why you heading here? A lot of people are the impression that almost everybody you meet has been attacked by giants of one fashion.
Well, I'm gonna not talk about dragons personally. I would probably think we should.
You don't hear anything about dragon attacks.
I mean, because giants are scary, but I would assume that dragons are a little more scary than giants.
From several good ways to the south. From a small town, I'm from a small town called Calinas.
Far from home?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Ill times hit the place. I was late. Kind of had to pack up and move out a little bit.
He's like, surely no giants that far south.
No, not giants. Kobolds.
Pesky little fuckers.
I bet one there is an entire army that's completely orderly in all honesty.
So you keep it to a minimum. You don't talk about dragons at all.
I didn't say the D word.
Do you mention anything about giants?
You know what the way up to Buenos Aires, we saw these giant grass. We saw some to the Leosin, that's making all the day.
Any of you guys speak of the giant attack?
I talked about the
you?
caravan. We were on a caravan. We were guards on the caravan coming up here, and we got hit by some hill giants. They took a bunch of food.
Well, I'm not gonna mention anything about being a guard, I wasn't. I
They
just
just-
blacksmith grass.
They just kind of ran off. You know, we were fighting with them, and the giants grabbed some stuff, and they had some ogres, and the giants just grabbed food stuff out of the wagon.
I'm just gonna talk about feeding a bear cheese.
I don't even think we had any casualties, as a matter of fact, but
Roll me percentiles, both of you. Do you guys partake into talking to anybody, or do you just kind of keep it to yourself?
Roland will most likely be talking about
1%,
Torm.
awesome.
67.
You know, it'll probably
I'm
be
just-
Torm being just preaching a good word about, you know, courageousness and righteousness, you know.
I'm just here
And
listening
I'll
to
rant,
all
start talking
the
about
talk.
Logma from
If
time to time.
anything sounds like it shouldn't be in here, that's what I will focus on.
Okay, do you mention anybody where you're from?
I do not, unless they ask me. If they ask me,
People ask. I mean, just like them.
yep, then I come from a jewelry family.
From, do you tell them all their gate?
And if they got jewelry or if they, or whatever, I can tell them, you know, what it's made out of and where it's from and how much it costs.
You'll find a couple people that realize they've got scammed by fake
Yeah.
jewelry and whatnot.
The couple split up because found out she bought him a fake diamond.
I mean, yeah, that's what happened here. Do you mention anything about being on the caravan to Waterdeep?
Not if nobody asks.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, these guys have, and you
No,
guys.
I visited those feeding a bear cheese.
But they did.
oh yeah, I said that was good.
So that's what I'm saying. Do you guys mention anything? I mean, because you guys are together, people realize that you guys are sticking together. Do you mention
No,
anything?
I'm wondering about helping
I'll
out.
tend to
I don't
move the
feel that-
conversation
I
back
don't feel the
towards
caravan
Torm
would
and stuff
probably
like
be
that.
big
When
deal.
people start asking questions about, you know,
Okay. Most people find you boring.
yes, I assume so.
That's what you're getting at. Most people find you boring. You lose a lot of conversation in the next couple of days. But you don't mention anything about being on a caravan.
I don't think I would.
Would you mention anything about being attacked by giants? Because people ask. Because that is the common thing people will
If they
realize.
ask me if I was attacked by giants, yes, I'll tell them I was attacked by giants once.
I mean, I'll tell them.
Well, you've already done your role,
Yeah,
so you're
yeah.
fine. So see, what do you say?
I was telling that I was on a caravan once that was attacked by these so-called hill giants, and they tried to destroy our carriage and take all our food. They're back into the forest.
Roll me percentiles. I thought you got close. If you roll 76 or above, you're about to get counted. Oh,
98.
So you were on the caravan that was attacked by dragons.
Yes, that.
It's just random people. Someone will ask, so you were on the caravan that got attacked by dragons. Because there were people that split from you guys that went to Waterdeep, and you just happened to be talking to the person.
Do I
that's heard
do I
this
hear
story.
this?
And we're all kind of together, right? Talking to people.
It
Do
depends.
I hear this?
Roll me a perception. If you get above a 10, I'm going to say you just hear this part of the conversation. It's listening.
Yeah. I got a 17 die.
Okay,
I was about to
you
say, I want to
roll me
Greenfields
one.
Company.
You're there. Roll me
Sit on my
one.
head to tell everybody who we work.
Because you're all having your own conversation, but you.
Well, then I kind of go over to Luda and the person that
You can't
asks.
touch me.
I'll be like, "You want to see something?"
Yeah, I mean, you get that when they ask. Hold up. What is your response when they say, "So you survived the dragon attack"?
I say, not I. A group of us.
A group of us. Were you involved in that group?
No, I was just there when wrong place, wrong time.
Roll me a deception. 'Cause you're lying.
I'm trying not to tell them to.
I know that's fine, and that's what I'm getting at. The more information people find out, I mean,
18.
yeah.
Yeah, if I were earlier,
Um,
Hey, we're the
you
Greenfields
can
Company.
tell this person is kind of generally upset because they thought they were going to get a good story. Well, man, I mean, I was just hoping to meet one of these people that killed this dragon. You know, I mean, they've built up quite the name for themselves.
I wanted to
So,
see something?
so you put in, you say, do you want to see something?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get as low profile, like, everything
sure.
exists.
I'm not a Harper, I don't care.
I'm gonna reach in my bag, pull out these dragon skills. Feel like
Those are fake, is the first thing he says. They're fake.
fake? Maybe. I bought them for $5. $5 gold.
I'm gonna say $5. You say 5 deer for that?
Dear.
Do you say that you paid for them? So you show them to him and they're like, they're fake.
I love looking at them.
About that time, they're like $5.
You had him one?
$5 for that?
You seem a little skeptical when you say that. And he takes one. He drops it. He's like, is that real? You're lying. That can't be real.
I don't know. I'll pick it up and be like, I don't know, is it? And I'll put it back in my bag.
Yeah, the work put on his damn head.
Did you help kill the dragon? Like you could see general curiosity and wonder in this guy's eyes.
I want to build up this guy's confidence in us so bad.
Be like, yes.
Yeah, I could totally be like,
What was it like?
agent.
Scary as shit.
I mean, he's looking at you like he's wanting more.
I'll be like,
Are you being quiet about
yeah.
this?
I'll be like, quite a few people on that caravan were slain on that day. A lot of good people. There was nothing glorious.
And he was like, I heard like 3 people died during that attack. Which you know is not true.
I'll be like, well, I'm not sure the exact number, but a lot of good people did perish in that attack.
He was like, you could just see when you talk pretty grim about it. You could just see he's just like, wow, you know. He's like, I just find it amazing that you killed the dragon.
Didn't do it by myself.
Are they here with you? And he kind of looks around at everybody else, and
I'll be
he's
like-
looking at you a little skeptical now.
I'll be like, well, there was a very, very powerful wizard. He was kind of an asshole though, but he was with us and he helped fend off the dragon. And
Varys. Varys met him. We talked about this. He's like,
Oh yeah.
I'm rolling high.
Yeah.
I rolled 95. If he met this guy.
Talking shit.
He was like, he spoke of a green company.
Greenfields Company.
Yeah, that was them, and man, he spoke very highly of it. He told me if I met them, put a lot of faith in them. He said, they're very great warriors.
So how long until he notices the banner?
I'm
Have you
gonna
fly the banner?
I'm gonna
Because
reach
if you're being
my
discreet about it,
I always have something else.
I do have the Greenfield Company on my coat.
I'm gonna reach my
We all
hand out.
do.
but it's just a green. You're wearing a green banner with a bear.
Yeah.
Now, it doesn't say Greenfields Company on it,
Right.
so I mean,
I'm pretty sure
I'm
that.
gonna reach out my hand to him and be like, that's for North.
I want to say that.
you're one of Greenfields.
I want to say so my
Yeah.
fucking on the shoulder of my armor.
He's like, why? He's just blown away by this. He's like,
Busted.
then you are too.
I was like, busted. Lewis
I
Silverstream.
mean, he's been quiet. And he's like, why? He's like, man, he's like,
Because there's a lot of people here that they know about this stuff that might get scared. Even more so than just giants.
He said, wow, man, you Varys, this mage talked really well about you guys. I mean, you slayed a dragon. And it's just like, if anything, you should want people to know that. You should want people to take pride in knowing, wow, these guys killed a dragon. You know, we've got nothing to worry about. And everybody's so scared of giants. What's a giant to a dragon?
Precisely.
I mean, it
I
was.
tell him,
About this time, Roland and Ori, you kind of hear this guy.
I mean, yes. I mean, it's
Nice.
a good feeling when you defeat a foe.
Now, they're
such as that.
being quiet too.
But-
I mean, so
You know, it's also we don't want to draw too much attention.
I just kind of walk over. Are you talking about the caravan?
he said, no, we're talking about the dragon.
Hey, we could. Speaking of that,
I gotta tell this guy, I said, look, we are heroes for what we did, but it's not something to brag about because we may have slain a dragon, but it killed a lot of people.
she's overly secretive. She's slightly paranoid, to be honest.
Because we can defeat one, don't mean we can defeat all. They're very dangerous.
He said, I understand that. He's like, you know, and I understand you lost people. He's like, but look at the people you saved. He
To be
said,
fair, the one that I killed was only a small
he
one.
was like, when I talked to Varys, and he's like, some of
He's
the other
with
people.
Varys?
Yeah, he's like, he's one
How's
that
he
told me.
doing? He's my best friend.
So,
I know your best friend.
he was,
I'm like outside the boss.
You're like, he's my best friend.
he kind of points to his face like it's scarred. He's like, you, hey, you're that dwarf he talked about.
What did I tell him?
And he said, yeah. He was like, man, he talked really well about you. Said, you're the greatest dwarf you ever met.
I think that'll have a go, but I don't think he had that bad of me, to be honest.
He had a good laugh about that. And he was like,
Can I roll an insight? See if he's being sincere about this.
ooh, go for it.
This doesn't sound right.
Paranoid?
Oh,
A little bit.
my character's
That's,
restless.
15.
15? He's pretty interested in this. You don't see any like he's being
No deception.
no
on
deception
anything.
at all. He's
Varys.
very interested in this.
If it wasn't for Varys, we would have taken out Dragon Lord, to be honest. He threw every spell he had against it.
He's like, I kind of find it just dumb. They're sending you to protect crops. If you killed a dragon, you
Well, I'm
guys
no
should be
warrior.
out there hunting these giants.
Oh, I don't like blood on me, as I'm no warrior. I'm a craftsman, a blacksmith.
Trust me, I'd rather be out there.
I'd rather create things than write them, to be honest. There's nobility and purpose in making something with your own hands that can't be had in any other profession.
He said, ain't nothing killing a dragon. He's like, man, I want to kill a dragon.
No,
He's
you
like,
don't want me to drag
Do you believe in fate?
It was the same dragon that separated us with the kobolds too.
no, I wouldn't say so, no.
I'll be like, hey, Roland, show me your scar.
He said, can't be nothing great at his. Did you get that from the dragon?
No, that was from the ex-wife.
Your wife did that to you?
That's bad, bitch.
Wait, so you let your wife do that to you, but you slayed a dragon? Wow.
She's temperamental.
He said, women are crazy. And so they don't hear him.
You want to know what's really crazy? The one in the bottom.
He got him like he doesn't know what to make of that.
She's fun at least. Good for her thing.
So you're gonna try the scar roll?
Now, I'm gonna ride off and look towards the caravan, make sure there's nothing going on.
As you rise off, then the dude looks like,
I'm gonna ask this guy, what's your name?
What is that?
Yeah.
I asked him what his name
one
is.
of its followers, one thing that they can worship to.
Yeah.
Wow.
Slit his throat because he's dead.
We had stuff behind us. It kind of ran into the battle with like a sword held high. How do you look? And then he fell back down.
Man, if you wear your scar for your life with pride, man, I'd wear dragon's scar with pride.
It's, to him, it's not a sign of pride, it's a sign that he failed.
He's
He lost something there
bit
today in
of,
combat. He did.
Mm.
We've all lost something this time. We don't like to see remind us.
He's all churchy.
Ain't nothing, a woman might be crazy, but ain't nothing a woman can't fix, right? Alright?
This is true.
I mean, maybe that's just what the man needs, a good woman. Touch,
You know
touchable
what?
woman.
He's
Good
had
luck
every
with that.
chance. He's too naive.
Maybe when we, Goldenfields, maybe I can, help
You know,
guy
I never
out.
thought about Waterdeep and Waterdeep. If I would this bottom of Russell, it'd be done with it.
He's I'm a bit of a charmer. Maybe I can help. Maybe I can help that boy out.
He's
You realize
not-
this guy might be Roland's age.
And the name's what about him? What do I call you by?
This is Ardan Sush.
I'm surprised you're fast name for him.
I thought him once we get there to meet us at the bar or whatever.
He said, I survived the dragon raid on Leosin. Big son bitch,
Really?
big black one.
The green one that we killed on the caravan attacked my town of
He
Greenfields.
said, man, maybe if you guys were there, maybe my mom and dad still be alive.
Lost your
Yeah,
balance.
He said, yeah, he's like, but, it's like, feel that if I hang with you guys, I might learn a couple things about slaying a dragon, and maybe one day I'll get my revenge. It's like we lost almost all of that town. There's not a lot of us left.
But I'll say that to you. If you need anything, let me know.
Who's leading
I will
this?
say that revenge is a very good path.
No one.
You
We're
got
just marching as a group.
I'll tell them, you know, I love my parents too, and I'm out for revenge. So
So basically, we're the closest thing to authority figures in this group.
You said you were an authority figure.
Well, I mean,
nobody listens to you.
okay,
Really.
I'm a marshal, you know, leader kind of guy, so.
No, there's nobody here like that. I mean,
But just so you know, if you see the bed or a banner of green, that's our symbol.
see, you're flying, right?
Oh yes, always.
And he says, that one right there.
The bed is
You
actually.
got any room for an extra member? He said, pretty handy with a sword. He kind of takes the sword out and flips it around a little.
How do you do?
Roaming inside.
I want to see how well they did.
5, motherfucker.
You think it looks really good? You're pretty impressed by that.
13.
Can I try to disarm him?
If you want to.
That's what I'm gonna try to do.
Don't be mean.
Okay.
Don't
Well,
be
roll for
mean.
that.
Well, if you could disarm me, he's not very good with
But
it.
you don't want to like
Yeah,
bring him
barrels
back. Right?
again.
Let's just go opposing dexterity because he's being real fast with it.
Okay.
He disarmed
Based on what you've seen,
Cut yourself trying to grab it.
based on what you've seen,
He
if
rolled
I done,
one. He's got a 15, so he whips it out, and you can tell that when he done this, he was very amused with himself. Like it looked that good, and you can tell him deflecting Luda's sword completely by mistake. But he plays it off like he's pretty good. But you can tell it's just
That's
all
like
look to this guy.
laughing.
Dumb look, and he's just like, ha ha! See,
Maybe
he said,
we have ourselves a
maybe
good
I can
bond,
slay a
man."
dragon if you can slay a dragon. And that's where you can very much tell he's very,
I'm looking at-
very amused with himself.
I'm looking at Orin
He's
like, man, we might have somebody here.
I'll give him a physical.
But
He said, maybe your friend was right, and maybe I should be leaving the little fate.
I'm looking at Vesper like, man, we should
Maybe I'm
get on.
fated to be with you
Maybe.
guys.
You know,
If you
maybe
want
you can
to-
go with us, man, if you want.
He said, maybe we'll get stuck together. Farming or garden. What do you say? Yeah, he sticks his hand out.
What's his name?
Greenfields Company, right?
Sure, why not? Greenfields Company.
Luda throws her hand in. Luda throws her hand in. He's like, come on, man.
Come on, man.
He said you survived your ex and a dragon. Come on, Greenfield.
Come on,
just do me a favor. Take what the paladin sells to heart.
Hey.
Yeah! Greenfield. Yeah, man, he's pretty excited.
I hear, yeah, and I turn around and look.
Yeah, that's got a lot of attention from people.
Vesper's thinking, like,
I've just been drinking from my jug all fucking day at this point, anyways.
With that, in a couple days, you guys get to know this guy. He's pretty chill for a guy, and you arrive at Goldenfields.